satellite. Body love in every size. Feel the vibe and energize. No shame, no fear, just joy. Every curve we deploy. You hit play, let's make some noise. Oh, Chubs go wild, living free, living style. Turn it up, turn it loud. Chubs gone wild. Big hearts, big love, big dreams. Breaking molds, tearing seams. Together we're the ultimate team. Oh, Chubs go wild. Feel the pride, feel beguiled. This is us unreconciled. Chubs go wild.
Hey there, and welcome to another awesome Chubs Gone Wild. It's our holiday party edition, and we are just partying it up, aren't we? Woohoo! Well, anyway, it's episode 621, recorded on Monday, December 22nd, 2025, and then we are off for the rest of the year. Oh, wait.
No, we're not.
Yeah, forgot about that. We have to come back for one more episode. Anyway.
Well, we're not off at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just trying to throw something fun in there, but you know,
Why was that fun?
it was fun for me. Got you all
Okay.
upset. Yeah. I mean, look at your hair. It's all standing on end because there's so much of it.
Don't try to get on my good side.
It's 57 degrees and cloudy in Chubland. And actually, there was a little sun like for 5 seconds a little bit ago.
Yeah, when I went out and got lunch, it started to get sunny for a moment, and then as soon as I got home, it was not sunny any longer.
Oh, it was sunny because you were out spreading cheer.
I know.
What did you get?
I got 5 pieces of Popeye's chicken.
Only five? Are
That's
you
that's a lot.
okay? Well, we got Togo sandwiches, which are
Oh,
really overpriced, and they didn't put the mayo on mine, and it was just mustard on a dry bread sandwich. Hmm.
wait. Okay. So were they full size or half size?
Uh, Full size.
Okay. And so you each got a full size, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you had them delivered, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How much was it?
Well, let's see. Okay. So hers was the 6 inch, mine was the nine. Um, $40 plus tip, which is why we don't really order out at all anymore. But today was just the day. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, not only did they forget to put on my mayonnaise, and I like the extra mayo because that's just how I roll, they also, now that I realized it, didn't put any lettuce or tomato or anything like that on my sandwich.
Wait, you got a hot pastrami, right?
Oh God, no. I
Oh,
get a cold seven, which is roast beef. And
okay.
I decided this time I wasn't going to do cheese, and I was just going to have, and I took off the pepperoncinis and I added mustard, and I got, yeah, wow. No wonder the sandwich tasted so damn weird. I was like, what's wrong with this? There was no produce on it. Yeah. Hmm. Well, now I'm extra disappointed. But
Mine was $10.
oh, that's lovely. You know, they always say the reason that rich people are rich is because they spend less money, but poor people are poor because they have to spend more money because they get shafted in the end. Anyway, moving on, turning
Oh,
off
that makes
the heat.
absolutely no sense at all.
It does if you're poor. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I had to pay $40 for 2 sandwiches. Oh, I'm poor.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and
You
tip,
know
which
what?
what was
Is
the
that one of
tip?
those
Another 10
things where you're
bucks?
not, oh God, no. Uh-uh.
Oh, well, because
Can't
some
do that.
places they demand a certain number for the
Yes.
tip.
Well, this place, this God, what do they do? I don't know if they. I think they're DoorDash or maybe Uber Eats, one or the other. Who knows? They do a mandatory. You have to tip, but you can do like a 10% to 15% or whatever. So I just did $5. So it was in the rain. He deserved it. He was very cute too. But you don't get extra for being cute. I've learned that. It's 3 days until Christmas, 4 days until Kwanzaa, 10 days till New Year's, 28 until Martin Luther King Day, 54 until Valentine's Day, and only 313 days until Halloween. Isn't that lovely? Okay, well, let's take a moment to center ourselves and do something positive, shall we? I willingly release any need for struggle or suffering. I deserve all that is good in my life. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, let's talk about Patreon really quick, shall we? Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive awards not open to the general public, like my Life in Fragments podcast, videos, books, other fun things here and there. And we want to thank our awesome current patrons, Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ Stasage from the Universe, Eric, Sean, Charles, Phoenix Dave, Brother Sinatus, Kingsley, Kathy Bacon, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to find out how you can become a supporter of the projects that we work on diligently and forcefully for you all the time for just $1 a month. All right, let's talk about some historical events. We got some fun ones today. Yes, in history, on December 22nd in 1808, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony received its world premiere in Vienna. That's where they make the sausages. In 1864, Union General William T. Sherman presents the city of Savannah, Georgia, to President Lincoln after his march to the sea. And in 1882, yeah, okay. First Christmas tree illuminated with electric lights displayed in New York City. Ah, they waited late in the season to put that one up. Also in 2010, which was a mere 3 years ago. Oh, wait. Okay, 15 years ago. The U.S. repeal of the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy was signed into law, which makes today a gay day. I celebrate the gay. Do you?
No,
No. Okay, well, we did have some notable birthdays for this day, including Diane Sawyer, Ralph Fiennes, Lady Bird Johnson, and Megan Trainor. She's all about that bass.
it's pronounced Ray Fine.
I don't care. If it was pronounced Rafe, then he would have spelled it that way. All right. Let's see. Where the hell are we? There we are.
I
Okay.
don't know. Obviously, you're on a medication that's not working for you.
Well, or maybe it is, and that's the problem. Today we have some birthdays. No, apparently we don't. Those are recent birthdays. So we have some upcoming birthdays with Mr. Malin. Happy birthday. Also, Michael, David, Stephen, Matthew Redmond, who runs the boyculture.com website and other things. We also have Princess Penelope, Mark, Gary Andrews, the amazing actor who was in so many of our shows. And then we have, oh, look, it's Gary again. Only now with his married name. Don't know why he needs two accounts. Something he's hiding? I don't know. Maybe. All right, moving on. Maybe. Oh, I almost forgot. Happy birthday, Nephi. Speaking of Nephi, he wrote into the feedback and says, I enjoyed your lively debate about the movie Oh What Fun. It brought to mind the glory days of Siskel and Ebert when they would really go at it. I was loving the back and forth. You guys couldn't agree on much of anything. By the end of it all, I had to wonder if you'd both watch the same movie. Well, why don't you watch that movie and tell us what you think if we watch the movie or not? We were actually just talking about this movie before we started recording and how bad it was. Anyway, moving on. Hey, we have some chub hugs that we want to send out. Did you want to go first?
No, go
Oh,
ahead.
well, I put this note just in case you didn't know, but
Oh, please, how could I not know?
I don't know. Sometimes you know things, sometimes you don't. It's kind of like, you know,
Peter
sometimes you know
Paul's
that,
house mounds
sometimes you don't. Yeah,
and the almonds and the other
Almond.
one doesn't. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, we want to send chub hugs out to Mr. Barry Manilow, who was talked about being diagnosed with lung cancer. And was he a smoker? I'm assuming
I,
all those
I,
years,
I'm sure
maybe.
he was at some point. Most people were at that
Yeah,
time period. It was cheap and it gave you an extra break, so
right.
extra mini break. So,
Yeah. So that is very
and
sad.
it's early. It's early detection. It's a spot on the lung.
That's
He's
good.
getting surgery. He's canceled all
Mhm.
his concerts for the time being, postponed, let's say. So
Yeah.
they're all very hopeful with the situation.
Good. 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 All right. What else you got?
Well, obviously we've got to give a chub hug out to all the people dealing with weather in Sacramento. Did we get any weather in Sacramento? Because we're supposed to have this river flowing through Sacramento,
That's
and
true. Yeah. We had a
and
drizzle.
my deck is barely wet.
Yeah. It was more like
Now,
a puddle. Mm.
no, but if you look up at like Redding, they got flooded pretty bad.
Mm.
So there's some places up north of us that got hit hard. But that's because the storm kind of seared the top of Sacramento and then pushed us way up and then around the mountains. So
Right.
we're right out of it.
They were like, you need some more of that Thule fog.
Well, it's not tule fog. It's just overcast with no rain.
Yeah. I'm done with it. So, okay. Well, those were very good chub hugs, I think. Oh, you know what else we got there? Okay, come on. Come on.
Oh,
What do
how
we got?
about the
All right.
fact that
So, yeah.
Trump appointed a new
Yeah.
uh, uh, person, what is ambassador for Greenland because he still wants Greenland. Yeah,
Mhm.
he and I guess somewhere he was talking about he wants Venezuela, Greenland, and Canada. He wants all those to be part of America now. Somebody needs to put him down.
Oh, okay. Well, let's say verbally we need to shame him into not wanting that. That is
Well,
what
no, he
Trump
doesn't
meant.
care. He wants that because he's old and he's confused. Um,
I'll go for the confused part because I don't think he knows what the fuck he's talking about anymore.
I know, and that's the problem. They're keeping him in office just so they can keep um, the confusion going. So
Mm-hmm.
it's look over there while they're doing something on the other side.
Uh-huh.
So
Which is usually making millions of dollars and making other people's lives hell,
yeah.
especially non-white straight people's lives hell. But even some of them. All right. Well, with that horrible topic, let's also move into another horrible topic because it's time for some celebrity deaths.
Well, we'll start off with Carl Carlton, singer of "She's a Bad Mama Jamma." He
Mm,
was 72 years old. You remember the song?
yes.
Yeah, okay. James Ransom, who played Ziggy in The Wire, he died at 46 years old by suicide.
Oh, it's so sad.
Um, Chris Rea, um, who's famous for the 70s hit Fool If You Think It's Over. He died at 74 years old. Do you remember that song?
Not really.
Fool if you think it's over
Huh.
because she said goodbye.
That sounds really
Fool
familiar.
if you...
I just don't
Okay.
remember the full part of it.
I really like the song.
Yeah.
That was sad. And then finally, Jill Gerard, Buck Rogers in the 21st century. He died at 82 years old. He was a hottie. If he would have just grown a
Oh
mustache,
yes.
you know.
Yeah. A little bit of facial hair, yum. But
Yeah.
he was. In fact, when I was watching him when I was like, I don't know, 10, 11, and I'm tingling, but I don't know why. Because it was Gil Gerard. But he actually his Facebook, his wife posted something that he had put on said to put on Facebook when he passed, and it was a very beautiful um sentiment about, everybody getting the fuck along and everything and not taking people for granted, etc. So very sad. All right. But you know what's not sad? Some of the stuff Tom watched this week. Why don't you
The
tell us
Sum. Sum's not sad.
some of it? Well, some of it might be sad, so I don't want to,
Ugh.
I mean, ghosts. That's
Oh God,
sad.
just stop. Stop.
Uh,
Okay, so Twin Paranormal had a new 2 hour ghost hunt out. I stayed up and watched half of it last night, but I thought, I don't need to watch ghost stuff right before I go to bed. So
mm-hmm.
so I quit that halfway through, and I'll finish that today. But it was getting pretty scary. It
Hmm.
was, yeah. Anyway, let's see. Survival finale this week. Savannah ended up winning for Survivor, and her and Rizzo, not the one from Greece, Rizzo from Survivor. Those two are going to next season, which is the 50th season of Survivor.
See, I always
So,
think of Rizzo the Rat.
okay,
Hmm.
especially at this time period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, Sheriff's County. The her father wasn't on the show. He wasn't ripping open his shirt or anything. It was terrible.
Oh.
Um, but they do have, and that's the other thing I think you like about it. They've got some attractive men on the show. So,
Hmm.
and I know that
Plus,
that can lead you to like a show for no reason at all. Um,
got me into
I
Tracker.
Yeah, I'm still not caught up in the holiday baking show. But I will be. By Christmas, I will have it done because I know they've got a winner and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Let's see. On Elsbeth this week, the killer of the week was Andrew Reynolds from uh, Book of Mormon on Broadway and Big Mouth and many other shows that he's either lent his voice to or he has starred in, like Prom, the musical, which was on Netflix. So. Um, but I just love it's really feels so much like Columbo. Each week we get a killer, a famous killer, and then Elizabeth has to figure it out. Um, now, are you watching Heated Rivalry yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, it's been
But
renewed for
everybody
season
has spoiled it for me, so please
for
continue.
season two, and episode five did have a fantastic ending, which we because what I love about it is it's hockey, and there are no openly gay people in hockey yet. The captains of three major teams are all gay, and two of them are dating, and the other one's dating a barista, and
Hmm.
it's like it's too much fun. Because you really have to look at it that way because it is such a fantasy, but a very attractive fantasy.
Cool.
Uh, it's Florida Man over on HBO Max is still dishing out the crazy. This week they had Haley Joel Osment. He was looking for the skunk ape, which is Florida's Bigfoot, basically. He's out in the Everglades, high on mushrooms. Uh, once again, everybody that's on It's Florida Man is either drunk, stoned, and or both.
Hmm.
Let's see. This week, I did watch The Bishop's Wife, and I did notice on The Bishop's Wife that Debbie, who plays the daughter of the bishop, um, is the same actress who plays Zuzu the next year in It's a Wonderful Life. So, I mean, she may not have had a very big career, but I mean, shit, Zuzu? Everyone knows Zuzu's pedals, so that was even they even named a band after that in the I think it was
Oh,
the 90s. So um that's those fun and if you haven't seen The Bishop's Wife, I do have it over on Fandango, and it's just a lovely show. It really is. It's just really hopeful and thought-provoking and just a lovely show. Let's see. Fallout over on Pride is back. And the first episode, three heads blew up.
wow.
And you know how I love exploding heads.
Oh dear. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, this is not it's not a sex thing either. It's actual people's heads exploding.
Oh,
But that seems to be a Prime thing. The boys have a lot of that.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of heads exploding on Prime. Let's see. We just got news that the Oscars in 2029 will be televised on YouTube.
Woohoo.
Well, the networks are all like, okay, that's it. It's the end of the networks. End of the networks, and it's like,
Hey,
no,
you'd sell out, you
When
know?
Netflix and some of the other streaming services started taking your football away from you, that was the
Mm-hmm.
end of the network. So,
Yep.
but sure, if you want to call it the Oscars, that's fine. Um, I did watch Wake Up Dead Man, which is the latest in the Knives Out series on
Oh,
Netflix. This is the one with oh God, James Bond,
yeah.
where he plays a detective,
Mm.
but the actor, not James Bond himself, and I've
Right.
just gone blank on his name. Anyway, this takes place in a church, and the basically the guy who's running the church, I'm not sure, he's not a bishop, he's like well, whatever he is,
Mm.
he is crazy, and all of a sudden he gets killed. So,
Oh.
wonder who it is. Okay. Um, let's see. I did watch A Christmas Story, but one thing that's interesting about A Christmas Story is that Bob Clark is the director of A Christmas Story.
Mm.
Bob Clark also directed another Christmas movie called Black Christmas about almost 10 years earlier in the 70s. Black Christmas was about a group of sorority girls who after one is disappears or is murdered, but the other girls don't know about it because the killer is in the house. The famous line, "The calls coming from in the
Uh-huh.
house," started in that one.
Oh,
They moved it
oh.
on. They moved it on to Stranger in the House later on with uh, what was her Carol Kane, but that was more of Have You Checked the Children? But this is The Calls Coming from the House, and it was Margot Kidder and Olivia Hussey were starring in it, and it was scary. It's a very scary movie, but
Mm.
I just think it's strange that one of the favorite lovely Christmas movies of all time is directed by the guy who made one of the scariest Christmas movies of all time. Well, he knew his genre, I guess. So
Yeah.
um, then we saw One Battle After Another over on HBO Max. This is the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and it's considered to be the favorite for Best Picture this year.
Oh.
And it was not my favorite. It's two and a
Okay.
half hours of I don't like these people. Why
Yeah.
am I watching this?
Mm. Are you
Very
sure you
dis.
weren't watching Oh, What's Fun?
What?
Not just.
Wait, what are you doing? Okay. Anyway, um, I don't know. It's he plays an ex revolutionary during uh, well, in the past like 20 years, he was a revolutionary. Now he's kind of retired. He
Hmm.
lives with his daughter, and they're coming after the bad guys are still coming after him. Now, Sean Penn is also in the show, and at first I thought, okay, what is he doing? This is crazy. The part it starts out being very, very weird, and it gets weirder, but you can see why Sean Penn would want the part. It was just, it was
Mm.
odd enough that it was uh, interesting.
Hmm. Okay.
But the rest of the movie, I'll never watch that again. I
Hmm.
started watching Culinary Class Wars over on Netflix. This is the one from South Korea where they bring in 100 different chefs and then they whittle them down to who's going to be the big winner.
Mm.
There's a new one also on Netflix. I think you'll like this one. It's called What's in the Box, and it's Neil Patrick Harris is the host, and they have a bunch of couples who are vying for prizes. It's trivia, and then yeah, but the nice thing is huge prizes. This is like Mr. Beast kind of prizes,
Okay.
not quite $1 million, but they're like really cool prizes. And if you survive till the end of the show, you get to keep whatever prize you have, even if you're not the ultimate winner, which I
Ah,
liked. I liked that. But that was fun. We watched the new Dave Chappelle um, uh, stand up and I love his setups. I think his setups are great. He's great at blending us because he tells stories and then you get your big payoff at the end. It's just I don't know why he has to keep going back to transgender jokes, because that's what he's talking about. He's talking about how he almost got canceled for making transgender jokes. But when he went to Saudi Arabia, which everyone was trying to cancel him for playing in Saudi Arabia,
right.
the transgender jokes go over really well there. So it was just, it's like, okay, move on to something else.
Yeah.
And then finally, Frankenstein, which is on Netflix,
Mm.
also considered a favorite for the Oscars this year. Oh my God, it was so long and it was so, I don't care. I've seen
Oh,
this before. I mean,
yeah.
it looked great. I'll give it that. It looked great, but it was just so long and so boring and blah.
That's sad.
Yeah. And but as far as Christmas stuff goes, this year I made my regular Hello Dollies, which is a layered cookie with coconut, butterscotch, chocolate, graham crackers, crust, and then you pour the sweet condensed milk over it and bake it until it's golden brown, and cut it into cookie size.
Hmm.
Got those 2 trays of those done. I did my candied grapefruit rinds, and they turned out really good this year.
Hmm.
I was really surprised. Usually they're way too bitter for me, but they turned out really nicely. And then they had a sale on pineapples over at Foodsco, 4 pounds for $1, which means you were paying about 75 cents for a pineapple, right?
Wow. Hmm.
Cut it up, and I thought, well, I saw this recipe that said you cut up the pineapple. Well, basically, you put in the brown sugar, you put in the butter down at the bottom, you layer pineapple, and then they say just pour a white or yellow cake mix over the top of it and bake it. And it came out fantastic. It was so good. And then
Hmm.
we had some extra. Well, we had a bag of cashews, so we candied those with
Hmm.
brown sugar and cayenne, so they got a little heat
Nice.
heat to them. So it's been nice because as we talked about yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that what makes Christmas exciting is all of the it's kind of like when you're doing a scavenger hunt. It's not getting to the end, it's figuring out all the things along the way. And
Right.
so because we didn't our group of friends didn't have a party this year, so it feels like okay, now we're just opening presents. There's
Yeah.
nothing, there's no exchange of cookies, the cookie thing.
Hmm.
There's no there's no party, there's no cheers, there's no games, there's no
Uh-huh.
excitement. And so I've been trying to figure out because we don't shop anymore at like the mall because that used to be an event was you
Right.
got to the mall and it was try to get everything you needed in
One.
2 hours at the mall.
Yeah.
And then, and of course, that never worked out. But now we're shopping online, so we don't have that element of it.
Right.
I'm not working, and you don't have a Christmas party to go to, so
Right.
there's no work Christmas party, which
Nope.
is always something add to that. So basically, I've got Christmas at my niece's on Christmas Eve. Sean works Christmas Day and he is bringing home food because they always give them food.
Mm.
It's when they work the Christmas day. So he said, "Well, I'll bring something home for dinner, so you don't have to worry about cooking anything." So that'll be good.
Mm.
But then the maid comes on Friday, and then we take down Christmas on Saturday. That's over.
Yeah, that's the thing that's got me is that I just this year uh I got I don't even have ornaments on the big tree. My second tree is just sitting there. Everything's kind of all over the place. I have no resolve to do anything. And like I just to me it's like once I have a present wrapped, I just want it to go to the person. I don't want to see it. I've got too much clutter. I've got too much mental clutter. This year has been really different for me and I don't like it. And I don't like that we didn't do anything. So,
But yeah, so uh, and of course now you don't have to put up ornaments on the tree because you'll just be taking them back down.
yeah, within like just a couple days. So
Right.
I
So
just blah,
I
blah.
know. And that's unfortunate. And then what's going to happen is then January, the blahs of January come in, where we finish New Year's, which we won't have a party, and then all of a sudden it's January and there's nothing happening. It's cold. Um, Christmas is over. We failed at it. It's just a nightmare.
And then the garish pink and red of the next major.
Yeah, but then again, and then it's another bunch of nothing until spring,
Yeah,
Easter. So
right.
just collect up your Reese's trees, hold them close to you, and pray for summer.
Yeah. Oh, and then I had issues with like presents that I ordered not getting to people. And like Amazon just sending me like automatic refunds like they just gave up. Usually I have to pry it out of them. And this time
Really?
yeah, and this time I just got
Wow.
notification saying we just refunded you. I'm like, for what? And yeah, they're just like, oh well. Anyway,
I or I ordered a hairbrush for myself for Christmas.
yay. Well, you need one. You probably need two.
Actually,
And
it's
a
out on
blow
the front.
dryer.
It's on the front porch right now. I just heard it
Oh,
delivered.
nice. Well, I didn't really order anything for myself, but I have gotten a few deliveries from folks that have asked me not to go into detail, but let me just say that I am very appreciative of people this year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my week, other than that, was holiday competition shows. I've I haven't finished the last one that we both watched. So, but the others are just like gingerbread things and Christmas wars and all that stuff. And the thing that I thought was interesting about Christmas wars was there's so many people from the Holiday Baking Championship on those as the bakers, like Aaron and even the ones from the Naughty and Nice one this year was like on there. It was just weird, but
Well, if you watch
fun.
the Neil Patrick Harris thing, there's
Hmm.
a couple of the couples, that I can't tell what shows they've been on, but they've been on other shows. I
Okay.
mean, basically what happens is that these people get on these competitive baking shows or game shows or
Mm-hmm.
dating shows, and then it's kind of like how you're seeing the people from on Traders that are from Big Brother and RuPaul's
Mm-hmm.
Drag Race. It's cross-pollination. We don't get to see new people anymore. We don't get to see you and I there. We get
Right.
to see famous people, or not even famous, but people who have
From the circuit.
participated,
Yeah.
on these things. We're seeing them get their opportunity to advance their nothingness career.
Yeah, and I will say that on some of it, it gave me a little bit of something to root for because they were bakers that I liked. And that's one of the things that I like about the Holiday Baking Championship is there's not really, except for that one French guy, that uh straight French guy on not this current one, but I guess the Halloween one.
Well, what's the guy on the current one that's he's foreign? I can't tell if he's Russian or he's Eastern Bloc, and he's got the big hair and he's like la la la, it's just so
Yeah.
but yeah, it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't there's nobody that I don't like in except for the last Halloween baking championship when they tried to do some sneaky stuff. I was just like, okay, yeah, way to make me not like someone. Anyway, other than that, I did manage to watch some Christmas sitcoms and older shows that are on YouTube, including I watched the big holiday episode of Phyllis, and that, of course, was with, oh my gosh, now her, uh, now her name has left my mind, but y'all should know who Phyllis is. If you listen to us, you probably know who Phyllis is. Come on, what's the name? Tom will know when he gets back. Anyway, so Mary Tyler Moore, watched Christmas episodes of Mary Tyler Moore, watched some Two Fat Ladies,
Now,
and
was that the one where they went into the
Horace Leachman.
school? Where they
Yes,
went into the school and the
yes,
young and the all the college boys were there?
yes. They had so much fun talking about them. Oh dear. I just love them because they're so just overly, I don't know, they're just crazy. And then, of course, I did watch some Delia Smith, who I've never really seen before, but her Christmas specials were right there. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and watch some Delia Smith. And well, that was interesting. There's also, if you like Gordon Ramsay, there's a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube that are holiday shows from just years ago that are fun to catch up on. Oh, also, watch the Christmas episodes of Vicious, which are absolutely priceless. So, and then other than that, I really haven't watched. I keep thinking, come on, I've got to have watched a couple Christmas movies, but I just don't remember. Oh, I did watch The Family Stone. That's the one that I did get to watch this week, and of course, now that we've lost Diane Lane, it had a little extra meaning.
It's Diane Keaton, not Diane
Thank
Lane.
you. I was questioning myself when I said it. So Diane Keaton and but just such a good movie. I'm glad that I watched it um the year before last for the first time. And then yeah. Other than that, Doctor Who, the Capaldi years, they've now moved on to the season that the companion was Bill, which was a black lesbian. And when I first saw her years ago, I didn't really connect to the character because I think I just didn't really understand what was going on to bring that character in. But now that I do, I really like. that character, but I don't like Nardo, who is played by the guy that's on the current British baking no. Um, God, he was from Little Britain. Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he's on these Doctor Who's, and he plays a character called Nardo, and he went from being like this really like, oh my God, I'm scared of everything, into like an kind of an asshole character. Anyway, eh. But I will say that whoever was writing this, um, they must have switched writers or producers or something, because this season of Doctor Who, with even with Cabaldi, is much better. Visuals for the blind, or for the podcast listener, Tom is brushing his long, luxurious blonde hair.
It's not blonde.
It is, yeah, but that's a Whoopi Goldberg thing, remember? From the
No.
Broadway thing where she had long, luxurious blonde
Yeah,
hair.
that's because she was, I don't,
It was a
whatever.
shirt.
I
Anyway,
know.
so
Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is good. Oh, I'm
it
so glad.
is. It looks
Okay.
wonderful. Anyway, so whoever wrote it or directed it or whatever they did to switch it around, these episodes, the stories are much better. So good job on that, because the last two seasons with Cabaldi were just crap. Anyway, moving on. That's just my opinion. Hey, what would you do? We're at the airport, and you're offered a free first class upgrade, but only if you give up your spot next to your travel companion in coach. Do you accept the luxury deal, decline and stay together, or do you ask if they'll upgrade both of you?
Um, I'll take it.
Yeah. I was gonna say the first thing I would do is see if they would upgrade both of us, and if they didn't, I'd just say, you know what, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna go fly first class. I'll see you later. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on who I was with, because there's a couple people I'd just stick with them because I know that they'd be
Oh, let me just tell you,
fly, but
the difference between first class and where you're going to be sitting
uh-huh.
is about 4, 5 inches in the chair.
Oh, well, then yeah.
Yeah, they're on
I
their
like
own.
4 or 5 inches. Yeah. But okay. Love it or hate it. Self-checkout
That
machine.
joke, hated it. Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
yes, you did. You loved it. Is self-checkout machines at grocery stores.
I don't care.
I,
It depends,
yeah.
uh, I hate saying this, but there are some places like Walmart and uh, some of the, let's say, the discount food stores,
Uh-huh.
where those people are paid by the hour, and you can tell.
Mm,
And so sometimes a self checkout means that I don't have to deal with the person behind the register not giving a shit and taking forever. I mean, I've seen lines where people, there's like 3 people in front of me, no one has more than three things, and it takes a half hour to get through.
oh yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I've been there. Yeah. The last time that I actually was physically in a Walmart and checked out, it was unreal. I mean, it was literally the line was halfway down the store. It was horrible. So,
And
no,
and
thank
it's
you.
like, and like I said, I think that they're just paid by the hour.
No.
So why
And they're
hurry?
on food stamps too, because they don't get paid enough.
Well, and
So
they
it's
definitely don't get
shit.
any health insurance.
That exactly. So I don't blame them for being checked out, but it doesn't help us when we're standing in line wanting to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Anyway, for a couple items, I don't mind to self-checkout, but for the most part, I don't like them.
I mean, I wouldn't want to
They
do it.
always fuck up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it for like a full cart of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that that's actually too hard to try to keep straight what you've done and what you haven't done.
right. All right, hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know what's something queer people understand about Christmas that straight people often miss? How to properly decorate. I mean, how to decorate nicely. Yeah. How
I
about
think,
the true understanding and acceptance of the Christmas spirit? I don't know. What you think?
let's see. First of all, gay people can decorate on beauty and not on guilt. And what
Okay.
I mean on guilt is that you're hanging up that horrible, horrible ornament that somebody gave you.
Oh
You
God.
know, you can hang it up, but you know where to hang it. And oddly enough, straight people want to see their ornament when they come into your house, so
Uh,
you have to put it up front.
uh,
I've actually put ornaments that I hate in
mhm.
front when the people come to the house,
Uh-huh.
and then toss them back either into the box or to the back of the tree if they're lucky after they leave. Uh,
Oh,
and then also, I think that
being nice.
the idea of acceptance and and not letting religious
Mm.
bullshit get in the way of the holidays.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things that I would have said too, is the religious aspect of it, because we come from it from a different perspective. Most of the time, there are still those overly religious gay guys or are gay people out there, community members. Who knows anymore? All right. Hey, Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, do you think straight men should be in charge of gay news publications? Well, speaking as a trained journalist who worked in the gay advocacy press for 20 something years, hey, you know what? If they're good at it, sure.
The way I look at it is, and this is the way I'm starting to look at a lot of things.
Hmm.
I would love it to be that the entire staff is gay, so everything comes as a gay point of view. But it also comes to the fact that a lot of gay people might not have the funding where you can bring in a straight guy that has some backing, and then it's okay. And as long as they're doing their job, I don't care.
Yeah,
It's
when
kind of
I
like actors,
mhm,
you're all pissed off because the actors on Heated Rivalry aren't gay, but the
right.
guys on Boots were gay.
Mhm,
But the fact is that the Heated Rivalry doesn't that part does I mean it's always nice if that happens,
mhm,
but to me um I want to see the storylines whether or not the people behind it are gay or not.
mhm.
I know that's but because what happens is if they're gay, it doesn't matter because the gay community doesn't support it anyway. So it's a
Exactly.
catch
Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
I would rather get a newspaper out there that's supporting the gay community than no newspaper at all.
Right. When the first gay newspaper that I worked at, the lesbian the publisher was a lesbian, and everybody that worked and wrote for the paper were straight. And I purposely went to volunteer for that paper because I wanted to be around other gay people. And they were all straight. And you know what? They were just as awesome and passionate about the community as any gay people that I worked with at other publications. So as long as, I mean, you're not going to be there if you're not invested in the cause or being paid very well. And then you better be invested in the cause. So, yeah. Hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, can Christmas still feel meaningful if you remove religion, gifts, or family gatherings?
Well, it should.
Yeah, yeah, that's supposed to be the point of Christmas, remember?
Right.
You
Go
know,
back to
and
go talk to the Grinch. He found out.
right,
But
right,
it's seriously, it's like, I mean, if you know, it depends on what you're looking for in Christmas.
right.
If you're looking for presents and, gaudy decorations and ho ho ho, then you're probably going to say no.
Yeah.
But it's technically I've spent enough Christmases that haven't been. Um, I mean, like I look at this one, I go, well, nothing's really happening, blah blah blah. But
Mhm.
I've had Christmases where nothing was happening, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
where I was living elsewhere and I couldn't get away and didn't have enough time to either fly or drive and blah blah
Hmm.
blah, and those are harder.
Right.
So
I mean, the Christmases in my teens were, we were very lucky to, find a Christmas tree by the side of the road type thing. But yeah, we didn't, no family wanted to see us coming. We didn't have money for gifts or anything, and we weren't religious people. So we had a tree and we watched some Christmas stuff on TV and we had a TV dinner for dinner and it was still Christmas. So
right.
yes, I absolutely think that, you can feel that. All right. Those are great questions. Thank you, Timothy. And I remember the Berlin Wall coming down.
I remember it coming down, but I don't, yeah, I don't remember. It was it was the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there. I don't even remember the time period, but um,
Alexa, when did the Berlin Wall come down?
From digitalindustrywire.com. The historic Berlin Wall fell on November 9th, 1989. Either way, you have a new notification. You want to hear it?
No, thank you. Um, anyway, so 1989. Yeah, I mean, I remember it happening and I remember it being a big thing, but I wasn't really paying attention to TV and news and stuff at that point. I would have been like 17, 18, somewhere right in there. So,
yeah, to me it was, well, I mean that's the problem, unfortunately, with a lot of America is that we don't really, we don't focus a whole lot on other people's problems. We just, deal with our own and blah blah. Get our McDonald's and watch our, must see Friday night TV, and that's it.
yeah, well, we got a good catchphrase out of it though. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Other than that, I kind of don't remember it much. I have watched the documentaries and the music on it though. The
But
music around it was
the
great.
thing was that Reagan wasn't president at the time, was he?
1989. No, I guess not. Well,
Wasn't he 80 through
80 through
88?
88, yeah, but he could have still said it.
Oh, I know he said it, but he didn't say it. And they go, "Oh yeah, well, if Ron wants us to do this, let's do it now."
Right. Well, they wanted to save some for the Gippy, the Gipper, the Gipperino. All right. It's what's in your lunchbox? Well, Mr. Moose wrote in and said, I don't know. Oh, no. He said, I don't know what I'm doing wrong with icing. I took a cake baking and decorating class a long time ago. I was great in that class, could do all kinds of decorations. Icing would always turn out perfect, but now my icing is thin. That happens as you get, anyway, won't stick to the cake. Cake's cold. Measure all the ingredients and icing perfectly, turning out ugly. Oh well, this is a butter pecan cake with vanilla buttercream frosting. Toasted the pecans in brown butter to enhance the flavor. That sounds so good. I would so eat your cake. I don't care if the frosting is dripping off of it or not. Although I think um, you, I think it may have something to do with the temperature.
No, he said the cake was cold.
Well, yeah, the cake might be cold, but I mean the temperature when you're beating your cream, so to speak. Um,
There's no cream. What are you talking about?
your buttercream, ice
Okay, the
buttercream.
butter.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. The fact is, something's broken here, and I'm not sure how you break icing like that. That's
yeah,
weird.
yeah. But I've had this happen before too. So,
But I guarantee you that when you cut a slice of it,
oh yeah,
no one gives a shit what the icing looks like. So
right. No, just what it tastes like. And browned butter pecans. Oh my God, that sounds so good. All right. Had a special request to make vanilla fudge. I made a sample batch, but wasn't happy with it. Didn't want to give it to him as part of Christmas. Made it again with tweaks, much better. Red and gold sprinkles for a touch of fancy.
Okay, what happened to the first tray? You didn't want to give it to what, husband?
Yeah, I guess so. Whoever
Okay,
requested it, I think it was husband.
okay, well then that first tray we could have sampled for him.
Yeah, because that's beautiful. I've never had vanilla. Have I
Yeah,
had
you
vanilla fudge?
have. You've
I
had
must
to have
have
had vanilla fudge.
at some point. Yeah.
The way you like white chocolate, come on.
Oh, I do like some white chocolate. Yep. All right. Oh, that reminds me. I watched on a cooking show the other day, somebody freaking out. They wouldn't have a fig because they're scared of bugs.
Oh, and
And
they look like bodies,
well,
the
there
seeds.
no there's actually yeah, it's supposed to be like a dead bee or something in the middle of it or crawled out of I don't know. I was just whatever. I'd eat it. I love figs.
Yeah, people, it's so weird that figs got such a bad name back when, there was fig Newtons and that was it on figs. Figgy
Right.
pudding, I guess you might say that, but that was not an American thing by any means. But figs are so good. You want to try something really good? Fig jam on a pizza.
Right. Mm.
Yummy. It's very yummy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay. So it usually refers to tiny fig wasps, essential for pollination, whose dead bodies get digested by the fig's enzymes to protein to make them safe and undetectable, with crunchiness coming from the seeds. Anyway, I don't care. I'd eat them. Uh, so Tom, tell us about these amazing pictures. You did tell us a little bit, but
okay, well, the first one is the candied rinds. And
uh,
basically what you do is the original recipe called for orange rinds,
hmm,
but as I got older, using the smaller rinds were more difficult. So I just went straight to grapefruit
hmm,
because they've usually got a nice, a bigger rind to work with. And, as your eyes get worse. So I started using the grapefruit rinds because actually they look a lot like, remember those orange slices that you'd put in your mouth and
yeah.
yeah. Well, they kind of get that kind of quality.
Hmm.
They're a little bit on, like I said, on the bitter side, but this batch that I made up was exceptional. I've never usually I
Really?
won't even eat them, and I tried one. I was like, oh, this is really good. Now I
Hmm.
get it. Maybe it just took me long enough for my sad taste buds to start appreciating bitter. I don't know.
Hmm.
But they're very easy. You basically, you take the meat, you cut them in quarters, take the meat out, the grapefruit meat, then you cut them into juliennes, boil them until they got kind of that jelly look to them,
Hmm.
and then you start sugaring them. What I usually do is I sugar them, I lay them out on a pan, put them in the oven, turn on the oven to about 150, and let it turn it on, then turn it off, let it coast.
Hmm.
Because what happened was I started running out of counter space.
Hmm.
And because you have two full cookie trays of these things. So you ran out of space. One year, I actually, were infested by ants.
Oh,
So because there's nowhere to put them. So
yeah.
then I thought, well, I'm going to start using the oven. And that's when I started using the oven to dehydrate them as well. And I kind of leave them in the onion in the oven for that.
Hmm.
With the next ones, well, the next thing is the pineapple upside down cake I made. And I couldn't
Hmm.
believe how easy this was
Hmm.
and how yummy it was. And then the last one is the cookie trays. And these are the layered cookies. You basically you take some butter and some graham crackers, and you grind them up in a food processor. You lay them out at the bottom. Then you pour on some butterscotch chips, some chocolate chips, coconut, 2 cans of the sweetened condensed milk.
Hmm.
Bake them until golden. Let them cool. Cut them up. Oh, by the way, put parchment paper in your 9 by 13. That's important. And then once they're cooled, you take off the parchment paper and you cut them into bars. And they're really easy, but it's just something I've been doing for years. I was in high school and my aunt brought them. She called them Hella Dollies, and I've been making them literally every year since. And then the rinds were actually, when people ask, I say, just go to Martha Stewart's citrus candied rinds on the internet. Same recipe. If you need tweaking, I can always help you with that. But yeah, so these, and I've been making those decades now. So it's
Oh,
just traditions.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Apparently, it's a tweaker. Okay. There we go. Okay. So Mr. Moose also wrote in with our
Oh,
challenge for holiday photos, and he started with, here are the decorations in the yard. And then we are not going to Christmas parties this year. We have a December full of theater, including The Outsiders, Water for Elephants, and Harry Potter. But we did decorate our house a bit. The dining room tree bordering the entryway. The dining room tree bordering the entryway. Yes. So, and as we are looking at, the outside photos are absolutely gorgeous. Trees standing on their own. So many trees standing on their
so
own.
many trees. I hope they don't get a lot of wind because I would hate to think that you have to get out there and pull all that shit up in the next day. Because I know when we have winds, the house across the street and over, they used to always do the blow up things,
Mm,
and we would have a major wind, and they'd have to go down to the end of the block to get all their stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, terrible.
And then giant Santa soldiers, and oh my gosh, that wreath is just amazing. I would hate to have to see, I'm just not the person to put all that up.
Oh, I know. It's this takes a lot of effort. He puts
And
a lot in.
the inside is just as is even more gorgeous. That yellow, the gold tree is beautiful.
You mean the green tree?
Um,
The first one with the blue wall in the back?
yeah.
No, that looks green to me, but I thought it
Huh.
was a Grinch tree,
Oh,
kind of a
okay.
Grinchy color.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
you're right. Okay. It just looks so beautifully golden to me. It's just gorgeous. But the these sprays, these
the
stars.
snowflakes,
Oh
whatever
my
they are,
God, they are just
I
gorgeous.
love them. I mean, I'm afraid of falling into them and impaling myself, but they're gorgeous.
Yes.
I bet they're amazing with the lights off too.
Well, and against the blue wall like that.
And what is that picture? That's
I don't know.
very,
I was just looking at that.
very interesting. And then there's the little swiggle tree in by
Yes,
the
just
fireplace.
cute.
Look at that TV set. He's
I
got
know.
one as big as I do.
Well, now don't be jealous of size. Now see the next one with the all the balls, the tree that's just made
Yeah.
of the ornaments. I love those, but I swear I would just know that I would have it like a week and break it.
Oh,
I
now
guess
see,
they're probably plastic, but
what
still.
I'd want is multiple of these. So
Hmm.
because they're nice and compact, so you can put them in a corner here
Hmm.
and over here, and not have to worry about, you know, taking up all the room in the house. Because that's the other thing that's, pain is they do take up some area.
Right. And
Yeah.
of course, you can see a little stuffed Santa dog there with some moose. Well, I guess they're probably reindeer, but I'll say moose antlers on that chair. Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Moose, for sharing that. I'm always in awe of what you do. And next week I will be sharing mine because I might actually have some decorations finished by then. Who knows? Anyway. All right. In the meantime, let's tell us what's in your lunchbox. Let us see. You can do that at facebook.com/chubsgonewild is where you can see the photos that we post, including all the beautiful stuff from Mr. Moose right now and Tom's upside down cake, which is absolutely gorgeous. And of course, you can send us things at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. You can find my other projects at justkisstheguy.com, and you can find all of our links at allmylinks.com/chubsgonewild.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure and give us a like and subscribe. That way you can find out every time we have a new one of these podcasts drop down, you'll see it on your feed. So that's very exciting. I know that when Nuke's top 5 drops one, I drop everything and go watch it. So it's important.
Very cool. Yes. Well, we totally appreciate you joining us, and we will.
So happy holidays, everybody, whether it's Christmas or it's Hanukkah or if it's Kwanzaa or you don't celebrate anything, have a really good week.
Yes. And Happy New Year. Well, we'll be with
Yeah,
you
we'll be
before
back
New
for that.
Year. So, all right. Catch you next time.
Bye.
A network of inclusion.
UnivazPods.net.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.